All right, hello everybody. Welcome to New Earth Teachings Live. I'm going to be doing this last New Earth Teachings Live, and then there will not be one next week. Next week I'm going to be in Hawaii, in Kauai, more specifically. So there will not be a broadcast for that week next week, but the week after there will be the next Empathic Interfacing Live. So that will be coming up in 2 weeks' time. So, of course, before we get started today, and we are going to be doing healing work first, then we're going to go into Q&A, as usual, all right? So again, before we get started, we got a couple of announcements firstly. So again, Spirit Ambassador classrooms, there has now been a change in the weekly classes. So formally, the classes were happening on Mondays and Fridays from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Pacific time. So now there has been a change, and this is effective on February 16th. They're going to be happening on Sundays and Mondays. So on Sundays, they'll be happening at 1 p.m. Pacific up until 2:30 p.m. Then on Mondays, same time, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Pacific. So now the Spirit Ambassador Classroom is available on Sundays instead of Fridays. So Sundays and Mondays weekly. So again, the open Q&A meetings are still happening on Sundays as well too. So I'll be doing 2 classes on Sundays. So the morning at 11 a.m. Pacific will be the open Q&A meeting where I'm channeling Adronis and also doing some healing work there as well. And then afterwards, about a half hour afterwards, we move into the Spirit Ambassador Classroom. So again, this is a little bit more of an easier date for a lot of people because Sundays are usually a lot more available for people. So again, if you want to check it out, be a part of the Spirit Ambassador Classroom, or if you want to be a part of the open Q&A meetings where you can have more of a personal chit-chat with Adronis on Sundays, you can go to patreon.com/newearthteachings. Okay, so again, go ahead and check that out. Again, new classes are happening on Sundays and Mondays starting February 16th. Okay, moving on. Healing code cards still available. We still got some cards left to sell. I'm currently working with Amazon right now, so there's been a bit of a delay with me trying to get onto Amazon, maybe because they've had problems with their catalog relating to healing code cards. They kept thinking that healing code cards was like an oracle deck or a tarot deck or something like that. I've had to spend about a week and a half with them trying to sort it out and saying, no, this isn't the tarot deck, this isn't an oracle deck, this isn't an angel card deck. It's the healing code cards. So now they're finally figuring it out and calibrating the catalog so that the healing code cards can get in there. So hopefully by next week, we should have the healing code cards on Amazon. But that's still a work in progress. But nonetheless, right now, they are available on the website, healingcodecards.com. And another event coming up here in June, from June 5th to June 7th, featuring Laura Eisenhower, John D'Souza, Jason Quitt, and myself, coming to Sedona, Arizona. So I've been to Sedona once already, a couple years ago, and I'm looking forward to coming back once again. So the event is happening at the Sedona Creative Life Center in Sedona. For more info and to get tickets, you can go to empoweredlight.com. I will be channeling Adronis on the Friday, and Adronis is going to be talking about the contact principle. So this is going to be a very deep discussion. I'm also looking to see if I can get a event happening in Los Angeles in the time of May. So there's nothing cemented yet. This would be my own personal independent event, but I'm looking to see if I can get something started in May. I'm just talking to a couple places right now to see what would be a good venue in the LA area. So when that does happen and everything is official, then I'll be announcing that event as well too. But there will also be a similar communication that Adronis will be sharing relating to the contact principle. So this is a very important discussion, and this is why it's going to be both in Los Angeles and Sedona. So again, I'll also be channeling Adronis Friday night, but I'll also be starting the Spirit Ambassador Classroom on Saturday and Sunday for the Codes of Empowerment event. So again, June 5th to 7th in Sedona, Arizona. If you're in the area, come and see us. It's going to be a great time. I'm really going to look forward to it, working with Laura and John and Jason once again. It's going to be amazing. And of course, the once-in-a-lifetime adventure, Cosmic Tour to Stonehenge and the Pleiades with me. Again, we already got quite a few people signed up. I'm really, really amazed of how many people have signed up already for Stonehenge. So again, I've talked about this before, that we're going to be visiting Stonehenge. We're going to be doing a lot of clearing with Stonehenge as well, too, as you're going to learn how to become a spirit ambassador, a certified spirit ambassador throughout this entire trip. We're also going to be looking to see if we can cultivate a crop circle, or basically summon a crop circle, I would say. We're also going to be looking into making contact with Pleiadians. So either having a physical contact with a Pleiadian being or having a sighting, but some type of physical contact to ensue that will take place. And that is our goal through the Cosmic Tour. We're also going to be looking into ancient history pertaining to King Arthur, to Avalon. We're also going to be looking across the St. Michael ley line. We're also going to be looking to where a dragon may have fallen as well, too. We're going to be looking into the Fey Kingdom. We're going to be looking into the Inner Earth. It is going to be an amazing adventure. It's like I said before, when I went to South Africa, that was an incredible adventure as well, too. But I'm actually looking more forward to Stonehenge because we're going to do a lot more incredible activities that I couldn't do in South Africa. So with Stonehenge, I'm really looking forward to this. Of course, Adronis will be a part of it. He'll be communicating with the group. Rayar will also be a part of the interaction as well, too. She'll be doing some light language transmissions as well. We may also talk to Athena from the Delphi again. The sky's the limit. We may be talking to some new beings as well, too. And of course, the intention is to have that form of physical contact. Okay? So again, this is happening from July 18th to July 26th. Okay? July 18 to July 26th. And again, go to wonderworld.vacations. All the information pertaining to the tour is there. So again, for those of you who are able to come along, we're going to have an incredible once-in-a-lifetime experience. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get started with today's broadcast. Thank you again, everybody, for being here. So I'm just going to go ahead and pull up the chat, and we're just going to start off, again, firstly with healing requests. Right now it's about 6 minutes after the hour, so we'll probably go to about 35 minutes past, and then we'll get into some Q&A, okay? So if you guys are typing anything, let it just be for healing requests right now, okay? Then when we get into the next half hour, we'll get into Q&A, okay? So we're going to start off here with Have Jr. Hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Have says, "Hi, Brad. My mother, Ingeborg, has had a left eye surgery a few days ago because of high pressure caused by glaucoma. If there's anything you and Spirit can do, she would be so thankful. And yes, she's beginning to use the healing code card, so I'm very glad to hear that. So yes, that's definitely send some energy to your mother as well too. And if anybody here in the group wants to also help out, that is also appreciated as well too, because as I've always said, there's strength in numbers, right? So Have, let's, again, I'm hoping I'm pronouncing your name right. I'm just going to call you Have. For Ingeborg, your mother's name, okay? So what I want everybody to do firstly, before we get into the work here, is just finding a nice place where you can sit down, where you're relaxed and comfortable. And we're just going to start off with grounding, okay, doing a grounding meditation. So we can place our hands upon the center of our chest. And we're just going to take 3 deep breaths in and out, okay? So inhale. Exhale. Once again, inhale. Exhale. And one more time, inhale. Exhale. And just relaxing yourself and breathing normally. And now I just want you to bring your focus and awareness down to the bottom of your feet, feeling the bottom of your feet opening up. And just imagining these etheric cords coming out to the bottom of the feet and connecting directly, deeply into the ground. And now feeling this brown energy coming up from the earth through these roots and connecting directly through your feet, moving up through your ankles, moving up through your knees, and moving up directly into the base of the spine. And now we're just going to circulate this energy around the chakra centers, not within them, but just around them. Okay, so we're circulating this brown energy of the earth around the root chakra, moving up and around the navel chakra, moving up and around the solar plexus, moving up and around the heart and the thymus gland, moving up and around the throat and the thyroid, moving up and around the third eye, the pineal gland, and moving up and around to the crown, connecting to the pineal and pituitary. Okay, and so now we're feeling A deep breath in through our belly, bringing that up to the crown chakra, and just feeling ourselves opening up the crown chakra as we exhale, and just feeling this rainbow light cascading down the body, going all the way down to the bottom of the feet, and connecting directly to the perineum, located in between the genitals. Okay, and now you're just going to feel this soft toroidal field moving very softly, very slowly, subtly, in a counterclockwise direction. Again, if you can't see the rainbow colors within your mind, don't worry about it. As long as you're feeling this toroidal field, energy field, slowly spinning, soft and subtly, and just tuning into that vibration, tuning into that sensation. And you are now fully connected to the earth energy and ready to receive spiritual energy. Okay? So Have, what I want you to do right now is with your eyes closed, I just want you to see your mother within your mind. Okay? Whether she's with you or not, doesn't matter. Okay? You're just seeing her in your mind. And I just want you to take both of your hands and you're just placing it upon the center of her chest, just like this. Okay? And what you're doing is you're going to feel etheric roots coming out of your hand and connecting directly to her left eye. I think you said her left eye, okay? Relating to the surgery that she has had, okay? And so with this energy of the roots that are coming together, I want you to feel again that your mother in your vision is also having her hands upon yours, okay? So her hands are with your hands upon the center of her chest here. And you're feeling roots coming out of her hand as well too, okay? Now, of course, this is up to her on a physical level to do this herself, but on an astral level, you are feeling that she is working together with you, cooperating together with you as well, okay? So again, both of your hands are together, roots are coming out, and they are connecting directly to her left eye, okay? And I just want you to feel through your own intention that that black liquid, all of that debris contained in the left eye from the surgery, from the glaucoma, okay, all of that is being purged out, okay? You're just feeling that black energy moving directly into your hands and directly into her hands in your vision, okay? So I just want you to feel that black liquid coming into her hands and coming directly into your hands. And just feel all of that black liquid, that black debris coming out of the left eye and directly into both of your hands. Okay, and I will now connect with Spirit. Excuse me. I command Spirit's God Light to completely cancel out, eliminate, and purge all of the black liquid contained within Have and Ingeborg's hands, lifting this black liquid energy out of Ingeborg's body, out of her left eye, lifting it out of her body entirely and putting it up into source consciousness to be purified and forgiven, and allowing pure, healthy, vitality energy to enter Ingeborg's body, entering her left eye and bringing complete and total healing, vitality recharge, vitality regeneration, pure love energy, and good health back into her left eye entirely. Apply. Okay, Have, take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Okay. So Have, just encourage your mother to keep working with the healing code cards, specifically the eye enhancer. She may also want to work with the brain enhancer and the spine enhancer as well too. Okay, so the eye enhancer, brain enhancer, and spine enhancer, and just encourage her to keep working with that. One of the best things for her, especially from her recovering from surgery, is just getting her to take like the eye enhancer and just lean it against a glass of water and just having her sip down the glass of water as she's recovering from surgery as well too. And those codes will go into the body and they'll do a nice gradual healing with her as well too. Okay, so all the best to you and to your mother. Thank you again for your request. Okay, let's move on now. Yeah, Shao has a good point here. Shao says, many illnesses can be healed energetically, but also nutritionally. Check out the healer medical medium. Brad has been helped by him. Yes, I have. Absolutely. And I recommend him big time. So again, if you guys are familiar with the medical medium, but maybe you don't have his books, I would recommend you get them. Okay, the reason why I recommend him so much is that his work is just as good as Edgar Cayce's. Okay, and I've always been a very fond appreciator of Edgar Cayce as well too. And Anthony William reminds me of him, very much so. So definitely, I suggest looking into his material, looking into his books, following his procedures as well too. I've done celery juice for about 9 months and have felt a lot better. Of course, spirit codes have been actually much more of an accelerated healing for me, but the celery juice has certainly helped. Now, diet can certainly help on many different levels, but the most important part, of course, and this is not, segueing away anybody else's work, the most important part is emotional healing, okay? So the more that we're working together with our emotional states, the more that we're connecting with spirit, the more we're working with that energy all together. It's important that we listen to our body. That is, of course, important. But when you start to bring spirit in, you start to work with that energy, you start to work with God's energy, Creator's energy, all right? That is the most powerful healing of all, because God created your body, okay? Spirit created your body. Nobody knows your body better than spirit. So when you basically say, yes, it's good that we follow our body, we listen to our body, because I encourage that, Adronis has encouraged that as well too, but you also want to work with your emotional body and you want to bring spirit energy into this. Just like what you guys are experiencing right now, with me coming on here every week and or trying to get here every week and being able to do this healing work. Okay, this healing work happens because I'm bonding together with spirit, okay? You're basically becoming at one with spirit, and now this energy comes forward and you have incredible things happen. This is not dismissing your diet. Your diet is very important. You want to make sure you have a good diet. You want to make sure you're exercising regularly as well too, right? Go for a walk each day at least. Go for a little jog. And of course, you want to meditate. You want to work with your mind. You want to train your mind. You want to dissolve as many belief systems out of your mind as possible. Okay? And basically what that means is that you need to take that dumb intellectual mind and you need to bring it back down to where it belongs. It goes back into the base frequency. Okay? No offense to people who favor intellectualism, but it's the dumbest part of ourselves. It really is. It's a base frequency. When you're actually going into true intelligence, it has nothing to do with intellect. The aspect of intellect actually is what's responsible for creating confinements within your reality. It is actually what is responsible for creating belief systems. It's what's responsible for creating narrow-mindedness. Okay, no other part of our intelligence does that. The intellect does that, okay? Because it's not designed to guide you. It's not designed to put you through the challenging obstacles and go through life. It causes stagnation, because all it is a memory device, okay? Intellectualism is part of the ego. That's it. That's the ego's language. The ego's language is intellectualism. I'm not saying you need to abandon intellectualism at all, but you need to bring it back to where it is. It needs to remember its place, and it's at a base frequency. When you're working with true intelligence, you're working with openness. You're working with your feelings. You're working with the ability to change, to evolve, to advance yourself, to be like a river that is completely in the complement of constant change. That is true intelligence, okay? It's not about you having to memorize all these advanced formulas and equations and all that stuff and thinking that that's your intelligence. That's not intelligence, guys. Sorry to say, it's not. It's a very base aspect of our intelligence ratio, okay? So when you move past the aspect of this addiction to intellectualism and you start coming into the level of true intelligence, you are going to go places. You are going to see reality unfold. You're going to see greater depth perspective in your reality, more than you can ever imagine, right? And this is a message that I wanted to share with you guys, because this is what I've been told. This is what I've been doing as well too, is shrinking down the intellectualism, because I used to be quite an intellectual guy as well too. And we think that that's attractive, but it's not. It's the dumbest part of ourselves. It's stupid, really is. And so we're basically bringing it back into the base frequency, because it cannot imagine. It cannot evolve. It cannot change. It only just scrutinizes what it has received. And that's part of a memory device. That's part of our ego. So intellectualism is the language of the ego, right? So we're trying to get past that, move past that, work on where your feelings can take you, work with your intuition, work with your ability to change, move into gracefulness, move into humility. The people who are humble, who are able to forgive, who are able to shift themselves into new horizons and constantly change and honor themselves and others, are the most intelligent people there is, okay? That's where you want to be. That's the true intelligence. So I wanted to share that with everybody. Again, going back to the medical medium, because he receives a lot of this from pure intelligence, from infinite intelligence, from spirit, and he's sharing this information. And this is all I'm doing as well, too. I'm sharing a lot of these practices, methods from infinite intelligence, and then sharing it with you guys, right? So intellectualism does have a place. It's just not where it should be right now. It needs to be down here. It should not be up here, okay? All right, let's move on. Good morning, everybody. We're going to be getting to questions here in a little bit, guys. I know there's a couple of people asking questions for Adronis. We'll be getting into that very soon. Okay, here's one here from Azita. Azita says, "Hi, Brad. My husband, Sean, is away. Can you please send him loving energies to be safe and healthy?" Absolutely, no problem. So, Azita, I need your help with this, okay? So, again, we've already done the grounding meditation, so we're fine there. So, Azita, I just want you to close your eyes, and you can place your hands upon the center of your chest if you like, okay? Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Okay, and I want you to see your husband, Sean, directly in your mind. Just kind of see the hologram of his being directly in front of you, okay? And now I just want you to take your hands and just place it upon his shoulders, okay? I want you in this moment to bring the greatest love that you have for him all upon his body right now, okay? So as you're seeing him in your mind, you have your hands upon his shoulders, and you're just creating this very large love bubble. I want you to think of the happiest moments that you have for him, okay? A happiest moment that you and him have shared. And as you think about it, this is what's allowing the love bubble to expand a lot more. Okay, the love energy is expanding, the love bubble is expanding, because you're putting all of this pure love that you have for him, a moment that you and him have shared that's extremely precious to you, okay? And that is expanding this love energy graciously, but also in a very broad way as well too, okay? So with that love energy there that you have for him, I just want you to hold that vibration there as I connect with Spirit. I command Spirit's God Light to place all of this pure love energy that Azita has for her husband Sean, and placing it directly into his energy field, directly into his cellular body, and allowing pure safety, pure joy, pure happiness, and pure gracefulness and humility to flourish throughout his entire body, throughout his cellular body, and throughout his energetic body as well too. The pure love that Azita has for Sean, let this energy coat him, cover him, shroud him with this pure love of safety, pure love of humility and grace, being watched over beautifully by Spirit. Apply. Okay. It's very good, Azita. Your love for him is very, very strong. So that's definitely very helpful. So thank you very much for that. And he'll be just fine, okay? He's being watched very strongly by Spirit, okay? So continue to send him blessings, send him that love each and every day, because that's just adding more to the field, okay? Thank you very much. Okay, let's go down a bit more here. You just have to give me a minute, guys. I'm just kind of looking at comments here, just reading some, see what's good for healing request. Okay, it's kind of a healing question. I guess that's okay. Bob says, does stinging nettle help decalcify the pineal gland and open a third eye? Not only does it do that, but it really purifies a lot of the glands in the body, a lot of the organs in the body. It's a purifier. So yes, it helps out with that, but it doesn't just help out with that. It helps with purifying a lot of the organs, the glands within the body. So yes, if properly prepared, it can certainly help out with that. Okay, so good question. Thank you. Okay, I'm trying to see if we can just kind of stick with healing requests, guys. I know I have some healing questions, but I just want to see if there's some healing requests. Okay, so let's just see if we can get into some healing requests here. Okay, guys, we're getting too many questions here for Adronis. Like I said, we're doing healing first. Okay. Okay, just give me a minute, guys. I'm still just reading down the list here. Okay. Well, basically, I'll work here with Blasco229, okay? Said, my friend Anders is in Europe and has contracted coronavirus. Is there something you can do? Guys, coronavirus is not this big, nasty, horrible virus that people make it out to be. It's actually not even that strong, okay? It's nothing more than an engineered virus. It's all being used in regards for a political agenda. It's nothing else. It's no more different than SARS. In fact, SARS was much more harsh than coronaviruses. Coronavirus is a little pissant virus, basically what it is. And it can easily be cleared away by having oil of oregano and garlic. Okay? That's all you need. You take oregano oil and you take garlic on a daily basis. Clears it right up. Okay? It's a respiratory disease, but it's engineered. Okay? It's nothing more than an engineered virus. It's nothing more than a hoax. More so than anything, they're trying to make it like some basic outbreak. It's no more different than having a case of bronchitis or pneumonia. It's just another strain. That's all it is. So the whole idea of this being so widespread and panicky is a joke, okay? It's nothing but propaganda. It's nothing but, again, trying to further a political movement, right? It's again, focusing on China right now because China holds a lot of the money. They hold a lot of the value in the world, and so this is basically an attack on them. But this may actually lead into events taking place that may roll out a new financial system. Okay, so this is all just part and parcel of political agendas, of political movement to basically try and create an outbreak, to try and create an epidemic. But it's not. It's not even that big of a deal. It really isn't. I've looked right into the coronavirus and like, people kidding me? This is actually supposed to be making people afraid? It's nothing. Right? It's absolutely nothing. SARS was worse than this. Okay? So, what I would suggest to your friend, Anders, is to take oregano oil and garlic on a daily basis. Okay? And that will help to clear up a lot of the lung congestion on that. So, like I said, it's just like a strain, a type of bronchitis in that way. Okay? The reason why they say, oh, there's been so many deaths in that way is because people who have had other particular forms of illnesses and are already in a weakened immune state are basically getting this, and this is just piling on top of many other forms of severe conditions that they have, and that unfortunately leads to their fatalities. But again, this is not an epidemic, okay? It's all broadcast that way. It's so easy, guys. Like, I could basically take a chocolate chip cookie and say, if you guys eat a chocolate chip cookie, I'll put this on CNN, I'll put this on MSNBC, I'll put this on all of these different corporate media stations and get you guys fearing a chocolate chip cookie, because as soon as you eat a chocolate chip cookie, you'll contract SARS. Okay, I could put that out there and spread that out there and create a bunch of fake documentation. The entire world would be in a panic, okay? That's a sheeple mentality. Turn off your bloody TVs. Okay, get off the internet sites that, again, spread this aspect of propaganda. This is too naive to fall for, okay? People are being too gullible about this, and people who are actually doing the research are discovering that this is all hoax, this is all propaganda, this is not something to be concerned about. But the mainstream media is putting it out there because they're trying to shift political chains. Guys, do you actually think that the mainstream media is actually going to give you factual, truthful information? No, they're not. They are only doing this to further certain forms of political movement, political change that work together in a corporate fashion in regards to corporate benefit, political benefit. It's nothing else. It is a political bandwagon. Turn off your TVs. Get away from the websites relating to the idea of propaganda that are just duplicates of this type of media. Okay? Work within yourself. Okay? If you guys are already looking into the healing code cards, I've even updated the healing code cards for the lungs enhancer and for the major organ purifier to clear out the coronavirus completely within your body. Okay? So if you guys have the healing code cards and you're watching this right now, you grab the lungs enhancer and you grab the major organ purifier. Lungs enhancer will clear it out of the lungs. Major organ purifier will purify all the remaining debris within the lungs and other areas of the body. Okay? It is not an unbeatable virus. It's not some gigantic, horrible thing. Okay? So, Blasco, that's what I would suggest to your friend. Is there something that can be done? Is for him to have oregano oil, and is for him to work with garlic. Okay? And that will help him clear out the coronavirus altogether. All right. Now, what we can do in the meantime as well too is I can do some work on him right now. Okay. So Blasco, I would need your help with that. Like I said, as you're making a request for a friend. So we can clear out the coronavirus here and now for that, okay? So Blasco, I just want you to close your eyes again. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Okay, and I want you to see your friend. Your friend's name is Anders, okay? I want you to see him directly in front of you. And I just want you to imagine like you're just placing both of your hands upon the center of his chest right here, okay? And roots are coming out through your hands. And now he's placing his hands over your hands. And roots are coming out through his hands as well too. And you're just going deeply into the lungs. And you're just extracting all of this black liquid that will include the coronavirus, but it's actually including a lot of other things, a lot of debris within his lungs altogether, okay? And so that black liquid is coming into your hands, and it's coming into his hands altogether, okay? So I just want you to take a moment and just imagine that Anders is, again, pulling a lot of this black liquid out, putting it into his hands, and you're seeing it going into yours also. Okay, I just want you to hold it there. I command Spirits God Light to completely cancel out, eliminate, and purge all of the black liquid energy within Blasco's hands, within Anders' hands, lifting all of that debris, black liquid energy from Anders' lungs, including the coronavirus, lifting that energy up out of his body, putting it up into source consciousness to be 100% purified, and allowing pure, healthy vitality energy to come into Anders' lungs, bringing pure health, pure vitality, pure love energy, and pure rejuvenation of his lungs back together into his body, and bringing it back into a shroud of healthy vitality energy where his immune system is increasing and the lungs will make a full recovery. Apply. Okay, so deep breath in, deep breath out. Okay, so Blasco, again, tell your friend Anders about not to be concerned about this as well too, okay? It's a common strain, just similar to like bronchitis, okay? And you're just clearing out the debris, additionally on a dietary level, relating to oregano oil and garlic, okay? And that will certainly help to clear a lot of that out. Additionally, but spirit codes are also working in that area to not just clear out the coronavirus, but other debris. I'm sensing there's quite a bit of other debris within his lungs as well too. A lot of excess mucus as well too, okay? And there's some other bugs in there that needs to be cleared out as well. So make sure he's just taking good care of his body. Now, if you can, tell him, Anders, I want you to apologize to your lungs, right? I want you to bring in an apology to your lungs for neglecting them and promising that you're going to take good care of them from now on. Eating healthy, making sure you're taking care of yourself, eating things that complement good lung health, okay? Thank you very much. Okay, guys, we're going to take one more healing request, and then we're going to go into questions. Okay, well, there's a question here from Sonar and says, can you please send us all emotional healing? Sonar, I can't do that, no, because everybody's different, right? Everybody has a different aspect of it. It's not about one big, gigantic, universal thing that's going to make everybody feel better. If that was the case, I would do that in the very first broadcast. We can't do that, okay? Everybody is a unique snowflake. They all have different patterns. This is why you have to work together with everybody, okay? So basically, the closest thing that I can share relating to how many of you can benefit from the codes altogether is, 1, the healing code cards. 2 is looking into the light code activation videos that are on my YouTube channel, okay? And you can work with that together. But I can't really, in that sense, bring emotional healing to everybody. That's not possible, okay? Everybody basically has to give their own permission. Everybody has their own situations that's going through. Because one thing works for another person does not mean it's going to immediately work for another person, okay? This is why when you guys are using the cards, you're calibrating and aligning yourself in your own way for the cards to work together with you, with your energy. When you're working with the light code activation videos, you're calibrating yourself naturally to go into that state and feeling this for yourself. So again, it's kind of like there can be a group healing being done, but everyone calibrates in their own way through their own mind to make this happen, okay? So what I suggest is that I can always put love around you guys, but you guys have to do your own work to open yourself up to let the love in and do its work around you, okay? And I'm sending that transmission through this video right now, okay? That pure love energy, that love and that health for all. And all you guys have to do is just tune into it, Okay, that's always being sent, not just by me, but by spirit that's working all around me. Okay, so that love energy is here. Like I said, even when you look at the light code activation videos, that love energy is there. Those codes are there. You just have to open up. When you're working with the healing code cards, those codes are contained directly in the cards, but you have to let them in, right? So when you're letting them in, meaning that all you're doing is you're just looking at them, right? When you're looking at them, you're giving a permission slip for these to work with you, okay? So belief doesn't really get in the way of the healing code cards, which is the good news. Belief also doesn't really get into the way of the light code activation videos. But what it does require is your attention. It does require your openness to work with that, to have a willpower and say that this is what I want to bring into myself, okay? But emotional healing for everybody. Can't really do that because everybody's in a different space pertaining to their emotions, okay? So this is why I'm doing what I can, one person at a time, through these interactions, okay? But again, thank you for the request. So go check out the healing code cards. Go check out the light code activation videos, okay? That will help many of you on a general level, okay? All right, let's move on. Okay, we got about 1 more minute. Let me just see if there's a quick little healing request here. Okay, here's one from lovely Ms. B. I love the name. Okay, lovely Ms. B says, I request healing for my teeth, please. I know I need a dentist, but I'm terrified of them. Believe me, Ms. B, I'm the same way. I can't stand dentists. I do not like them, okay? Not against the people, but against what they do. It's like going into a cave full of Neanderthals and chipping at your teeth. So no, I do not like dentists either. So I can relate to that. I understand that, but nothing against the people. It's just the profession. So yes, we'll work with your teeth here, okay? So lovely Ms. B, I'll just call you Ms. B for short. I just want you to place your hands upon the center of your chest, okay? And I just want you to feel the roots coming out through your hands and connecting directly to the teeth, okay? So feel them connecting directly to the teeth, connecting to the gums as well too, and connecting to all the nerve centers within your teeth, within your gums, and within your jaw, okay? And so I just want you to focus on that area of your entire mouth, and I just want you to see the black liquid that's contained inside the teeth, the gums, the nerves, the jaw, okay? And I just want you to feel that black liquid ready to move out, but what I want you to do firstly is I want you to apologize to your mouth, okay? I want you to apologize to your teeth, I want you to apologize to your gums, and I want you to apologize to your jaw. Just apologizing for being neglectful. The greatest way to do healing with your body is to be humble toward it, okay? So you're knowing when to apologize. And the good thing is the body is so easily forgiving, it'll forgive you within a heartbeat, okay? But you have to be humble before your body, all right? So I just want you to put that apologetic energy towards your teeth, your gums, the nerves, and the jaw. As you give that apologetic energy, promising that you're going to be much more attentive to your teeth and to your gums and to your jaw and to your nerves, okay? That black liquid is now going to flow. It's now going to come out, and it's now going to start flowing directly into your hands, okay? So I'll give you a moment as that black liquid flows directly into your hands now. Okay. So just holding that energy there as I connect with Spirit. I command Spirit's God Light to completely cancel out, eliminate, and purge all of the black liquid energy contained within lovely Ms. B's hands, lifting all of that energy up out of her body, putting it up into Source Consciousness to be 100% purified and forgiven, and allowing pure, healthy, vitality, love energy to enter Ms. B's teeth, gums, nerve centers, and jaw, bringing pure rejuvenation, rebalancing, restoration, and good health back into that area of her body. Apply. Okay, B, just go ahead, take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Okay, so what I would like you to do, Ms. B, is look into that activated charcoal, okay? Mineralize your teeth as best as you can. And that activated charcoal, the charcoal that people use to brush their teeth, would be a great recommendation for you, okay? So really just work on mineralization. Look into drinking a lot of good spring water as well, too. You just want to get a lot of minerals into your body, okay? That's going to help to rebuild your teeth. If you have the healing code cards as well, too, work with the enamel enhancer, okay? You have to remember, teeth are crystals, okay? They're piezoelectric. So therefore, you're working with your teeth. Not only are you working with the bones, you're working with crystals. Okay, so when you're working and helping to improve their enamel, that's going to increase their effectiveness, their vitality. And yes, our teeth are very important. They're basically vitality centers for our entire body. They're supplying pure energy and nutrients directly into our body. So we want to make sure we're taking good care of them. Okay, that's actually a promise I've given to my body as well too. It's taking good care of the teeth. Okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you for your healing requests. So now we're going to go ahead and move on into questions. Okay, so I know there's been a few people who have asked some questions here. I'm going to just go through the questions, guys. I'm looking at something that's appropriate, that may benefit many people, not just one person. Okay. Okay. Let me just kind of go through. Someone's asking Adronis to talk a little bit about interstellar politics. Guys, I don't want to bore you with that stuff, man. I mean, I'm sure that's important to some people. He has talked about interstellar affairs in the past, but it's not really politics in that way. It's not as crude or as corrupt as the politics on this planet. They basically deal with councils. A lot of councils are responsible for jurisdictions of solar systems, and they kind of monitor different planets, different worlds as well too. But it's not some big gigantic House of Senate and blabbing about bills and all this crap, right? It's nothing like the garbage politics that we have. It's basically more so interstellar councils that are working together, and they work much more in service of spirit. They work much more in regards to spirit, therefore holding the intentions of what need to be done, and they are being vessels for spirit. So it's much more of a spiritual interstellar councils that are present. So there's basically what we know as the Council of Saturn. Sirius has a lot of jurisdiction around this area as well too. The insectoids have a lot of jurisdiction around this section too. But they basically, in the best way to put it, they all obey God, right? Whatever God wants to happen here, they become vessels to ensure that that is happening. And so the administration is always following the aspect of Spirit's intentions, of Spirit's will, and they're being conduits for that. So that's the closest thing that Adronis has talked about in the past. I don't want to get too much into the politics. I don't know why you guys are into that stuff, really. Not a judgment or anything like that, but it's not really important. It's all just working together with your own personal willpower and working with your own will to help together with others. And that's really, again, how the galactic community works. The galactic community is nothing like what we understand our politics on this planet. Our politics on this planet are a complete and total joke, right? And it's a playground. It's a bunch of puppets. But that is not how the true councils work. They work together in higher service and higher light, right? You basically have councils of love. You have councils of light. You have councils about the law of one, etc. And it continues to go up, and it goes up into spiritual foreverness, and it just trickles itself down. And these councils, again, many of them are basically non-physical, and they will translate to physical beings. And these physical beings will see these things out based upon the intention and the will of what they receive from the higher realms. Okay, so it's a very strong spiritual aspect of, I don't want to say political aspect, but governance. It's spiritual governance. It's not interstellar politics. That's a joke. All right. My own particular perspective, but from what I've been told, yes, our politics is a complete and total joke. It's nothing more than a clown show, really. Okay, so let's go down a bit more. Now, Adronis has already talked about the coronavirus. I believe he has. Actually, I'm not too sure if he's talked about the coronavirus. What he has told me is that, just exactly as I was saying, is that this is nothing more than a manufactured virus. The reason why I'm not challenging him is because he's already talked about this stuff. From what he told me, it's a manufactured virus, and it has been used in regards to political favor. It's been used in regards to political agenda. It is not a threatening disease in any particular way. And being able to use common natural remedies that you would use to clear out bronchitis and issues with the lungs can clear it out. So like I said, it's not a serious thing. So that's what he shared in hindsight altogether. Okay, let's go to Have Jr. here. He asks, Adronis, why are so many of us still asleep when we need every inch of awareness and wisdom on the planet in this time? Okay, I'll bring Adronis in for this one. Thank you, Have. Terra Soul Star. Sirius. Adronis. We are here at this time, and we bid you greetings, and thank you very much for the opportunity of this interaction today. I am Adronis of Sirius, sending love, appreciation, and gratitude to all who are tuning in to this transmission through your internet collective consciousness. We thank you very much, Have, for your question. It's not to say that many of you, in that sense, are still asleep. Many of you are, in fact, very much aware. Again, as we stated, is that more than 1/3 of the population right now are moving into greater states of awareness. But that's not enough. The whole idea is that when you're aware, it does not mean that you are actually applying action. You are aware of certain things, but nothing is being done to apply the essential actions necessary for you to turn that awareness into wisdom. And that is where there is lack. Many of you already realize that your governments are corrupt. Many of you already realize that these systems are artificial and are on the way out. But many of you don't even do anything about it. You basically spend a lot of time procrastinating about it, arguing about it, debating about it. And that's not the answer. The answer comes through the idea of applied action in regards to saying, rather than looking at this, I'm going to do this instead. I am going to walk through these systems by not being attached to them and encourage new growth that helps others to move themselves into higher grounds. So awareness is not just the only thing here. It's the idea that you are working with awareness, working with knowledge, but you are also applying. And as you're applying through action, you're taking that knowledge based upon what you are now experiencing personally, and you're transforming that into wisdom. Many of you just need to align yourself into becoming wise, rather than thinking that you're knowledgeable. Who cares if you're knowledgeable? That doesn't matter. Who cares if you're aware? That doesn't matter either. What matters is that you're taking your knowledge, you're taking your awareness, and you're applying it. You're solidifying it upon your path. You're rolling out a golden carpet into exactly where you need to be, and you're walking down that golden carpet, and you're taking yourself to where you feel your energies are needed the most. And you're helping together with many others, taking them by the hands because they're reaching their hands out, and you're helping them walk along their own golden carpets as well too. Because again, it's about the applying of what you know. That therefore becomes the experience. It's the experience that matters. It's the learning from the experience that matters. Because all you're learning to do here is learning how to be gods in training, as we've talked about. You have to learn to develop a state of humility. You have to learn to develop compassion. You have to learn to develop love. If all you're doing is existing within pure and total lack, you're going to stay exactly where you are. That lack is not going to resolve itself. It is a byproduct of your own feelings, of your own thoughts, of your own choices, of your own actions, and the results of them. They are the result of the 5 acts of manifestation. You are the one that has solidified that geometry. You are the one that now must take another geometry based upon what you fully prefer and allow the focus to be in that new geometry so this old geometry can wither away and dissolve from your reality, because all of the focus energy is now being taken forward upon what you are applying from what you prefer. Nobody is going to come into your reality and fix you. That is your responsibility, as we have said many times before. And the nature of how you are able to take responsibility is applying the actions of what you prefer as a sentient being, so that you can continue to follow yourself and work and moving yourself into higher elevations of love frequency and shifting yourself to be completely free of these artificial systems that are here in the first place, educating you, telling you this is what we no longer do. This is going to be no longer the way of humanity. And so you're making that independent choice. You're following that way. And again, you will meet other people along the way that are also walking a similar path. And now you form groups. Now you form collectives. And now you start raining down all of this pure love upon the planet. And you're seeing more of these old systems in decay, crumbling apart. So it's not just the idea of your knowledge. It's not just the idea of your awareness. It's the action applied upon your knowledge, the action applied upon your awareness, the experience that you therefore gain, what you learn, what you realize that therefore becomes wisdom. It's about becoming the wise. And that is what's going to accelerate you a lot more. Because now that you become wise on your own truth pertaining to experience, you become an authority of that experience. And now you can teach that experience because it has worked for you. And others will see it in their own way and they can apply it into themselves. That's how it works. Everybody resolves themselves. So it's not a matter about people being asleep. Many people are very much aware about what's happening, but it is the actions necessary to determine the experiences of what they have learned that allow them to become the wise. And it is the wise that will progress. It is the wise that will advance. It is the wise that will assist in shifting new opportunities, new ways upon the planet that is much more in favor to what you actually want. Stop giving power to old systems that you want to crumble away. This is what you must realize. You must resolve what those old patterns of the 5 acts of manifestation based upon previous choices, actions, and results represent. You're taking away that focus energy on that old thing, and you're putting it upon this new thing. You're making new choices, new decisions, new actions, new results. That's replacing the old. It's like we stated, you cannot go through 2 doors at the same time. You have to close the old door and saying, I'm done with that. I'm finished with that. I'm focusing my energy over here. And now I walk through this new door and it's glorious. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. It's fantastic. It's amazing because I have now looked into who I wish to be and I follow that to the letter. I have become wise. And that is going to bring true progression through your life. Others will see that, and in their own way, they will make that happen into their lives. This is the understanding. We thank you. Okay, thank you very much, Have, for the question. Okay, we'll probably take about 3 more questions here. Let me just go down the list here. Okay. Blasco just followed up, said his friend took a garlic product today that helped. Very good. Tell him about oil of oregano as well, too. Okay. Okay, going down the list here. Okay. Okay, here's an interesting question from Jonathan Collins. Adronis, what nebula was the sun born in and how water originated from sunlight? Okay, 1 moment. It's kind of 2 questions, but I'll see what we can do with that, okay? We thank you very much for your question. Now understand that many of the stars, including your own sun, existed in what you would know as the Orion Nebula at some particular point. But in that sense, they are transported, which means, again, you have to look at the galaxy like a farm. It's basically what a galaxy is. It's a farm containing planets, containing stars, containing nebula in that certain way. But the Orion Nebula is basically what you would consider to be the birthplace of your own sun. And it is transported. It is basically, as you would say, delivered into a specific area of the galaxy. Because again, everything within your galaxy is engineered. You have to understand, nextly, that the idea of stars are wells. They are actually wells of water, which means everything that they produce is in the nature of water. This has to do with the nature of their spin. This has to do with the aspect of their synthesis of light. This has to do with their plasma effects. So basically, in that sense, what's happening within the heart of a star would actually be a layer of liquid. When you actually look inside your own planet and the greater depth past your own ocean, you will actually notice that there is a greater ocean of water on a greater scale to the oceans that are upon your surface. And this is because the aspect of singularity, the plasma, as it were, contained within the center of your planet, is also creating water. It is a water purifier. It is a water cultivator. Well, this is exactly what stars do. Stars themselves, as we stated, are wells. They can function as stargates as well, too, but they are wells. The aspects of their principles pertaining to light synthesis and how they, in that sense, work together with the degree of spin actually produces the liquid of water. Water is actually what maintains a star to function. So water is abundant throughout your entire universe. It's not just within stars. Stars, again, as we stated, are wells. But they are not, shall we say, the deliverers of water. Water exists all throughout your cosmos. It is an ocean. That's the idea. Your space is not a vacuum. It's an ocean. And so, again, you are noticing that even nebula produce water. You are noticing, again, many other different stars are actually spewing out water throughout the cosmos. So the aspect of water is widely abundant because it is part of a property. You have to go back into the understanding of your Bible, that when God created the earth, he went upon the waters and there was the sound, there was the one word, let there be light. Because light is a byproduct through the aspect of sound and water. And so therefore, with the light coming together and forming the aspect of a planet or forming the aspect of a star, again, through the stars quite commonly from what you understand as the nebula, that the aspect of water is part of the property in helping to create the star. And the star therefore becomes the well. The well is now working together with this water, bringing it into a life cycle so that the sun itself can exist, and of course can also work together in helping to maintain warmth, life, growth throughout its surrounding bodies, should the star have those surrounding bodies together. So it is a purifier. It is helping to bring about the richness of life, of growth, of the aspect of light across the entire cosmic ocean, and helping to bring nutrition, health, growth, warmth to those surrounding bodies that it is assigned to assist. So that is the nature in that sense, is that stars are created from water. Stars are created from sound, as are planets. They are part of the engineering process into how they are formed. That is their natural bodies. Just as yourselves, look at your own bodies. Much of your bodies contain over 70% water, and that you are a dance of different forms of sound vibrations that create the state of form. It's the exact same thing with your planet. It's the exact same thing with suns, but they are wells. They are working to, again, bring forward this purified state of living water, and therefore spewing it out throughout the entire cosmos for, again, its children to utilize in its own way. Because there are other aspects and elements pertaining to water that you are not yet aware of. In fact, it's actually used to help create atmospheres upon planets. Your atmospheres are made out of water, just as one example. All right? So look into this a little bit further. But this is what we can share pertaining to the elaboration of the stars, of how your star itself was created through the Orion Nebula, and therefore brought here. But again, all throughout the entire creation of planets and stars revolved around water, revolved around sound, that therefore produced light. We thank you very much. Great information. Thank you very much, Jonathan. It's a great question. Okay, we're going to take one more question, then we're going to wrap up for today. Okay. Okay, here's one here from Tamayasha. Okay. Hope I'm pronouncing your name right. It says, Hi, Adronis. Adronis said that the gateway is closing up soon. We might not be able to shift to fourth density if we don't hurry up. I'm still not succeeding in the living the life I want to live. Means I won't make it. Well, let Adronis give a little bit more clarity on that, okay? We thank you very much for your question. Now, you firstly have to understand that what we are talking about right now, at the end of your 2020, moving into 2021, is that you're moving into a certain state of momentum. Now, basically what this means is that whatever your dominant thoughts, whatever your dominant actions and your results pertaining to those actions are, if there is no particular way of allowing those forms to change, then you continue to move towards that momentum. We are not saying for all of you to have everything absolutely together here by the end of 2020. That's not what's being said here. You're still going to go throughout the many years going through challenges. You're still going to be going through the many years helping to clean yourselves up. So again, many of you are misperceiving what we are stating here. The entire idea of what is happening pertaining to this point of no return, to this aspect of momentum, is going into the direction of saying that this is what I prefer, this is what I favor. I may not be fully there yet, but I'm dedicating much of my energies, much of my focus, much of my attention towards where I want to go and who I want to be. I know I'm still just starting to move in that particular path, but if I can see that that is exactly what I want to do with my life, of being this authentic person, of performing these particular forms of tasks, of having these type of people in my life, I know I'm still working towards that, but my focus lies there. As long as your focus lies there, you're going to follow that path. That's the train that you're boarding. We're not saying that you need to be completely scrubbed clean. You need to be completely clear, and not one shred of conflict should exist within any of you. We're not saying that whatsoever. It's the idea about where you are pointing your focus. So if you're pointing your focus towards the idea of working within yourself, of helping yourself to heal, of moving yourself in directions that are in complement to where you are, that's all we're saying, is just to allow yourself to go into that particular type of state of focus, that type of attention. Of course, you're going to be spending time working with yourself continuously. This is not saying that this is going to be a wrap-up. If this year was the wrap-up, this would be the harvest. That's not the harvest. The harvest happens around 2037. So what this is right now is it's a momentum shift. It's a point of no return where the momentum that you're putting your energy towards will therefore dance throughout the cycles that are to happen at the end of 2020 and the beginning of 2021 to therefore lead you into this next step, into this shift, because that's where you're directing your energies. So we would suggest that you're putting your focus into who you want to be in this lifetime. Not to say you need to get everything accomplished right here, right now, but you're moving in that direction. You're focusing in that direction. Yes, I'm going to work with my health. Yes, I'm going to work in clearing out my emotions and bringing that identity into a state of reform so that I can work together with what serves me. Yes, I'm going to follow my authenticity. Yes, I'm going to help more people. And that's the momentum that you're feeling. And now you're moving more towards that blazing trail. That is what's being said here. Not the idea of saying that if you don't get your act together by 2021, you're done, you're finished, no hope for you. No, that's not what's being said. It's all about being able to calibrate the momentum of your intention, to follow your authentic self to where that is now becoming the prominent aspect of your life. It is becoming prominent. It is becoming paramount. It is becoming very important for you to follow that. And as long as you stay that course based upon that focus, because that is the most prominent thing, you will follow that path. You will ride that train towards those horizons in the times ahead past this year, moving into the next. All right? We thank you very much for the opportunity of this interaction today. I am Adronis of Sirius. We will now conclude and return to the conduit. Goodbye for now. Okay. Thank you very much, everybody, for your questions and for your requests. So again, I will be back in 2 weeks' time. There will not be one for Friday. I wanted to do just kind of a special time today because I was getting pretty busy with other stuff yesterday. So next week, no webcast, but the week after, the Friday, the week after, I'll be back with, again, Empathic Interfacing Live for that special day. And then, of course, after that, moving back into more healing requests and Q&A in the next New Earth Teachings Live. So thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in today, and I'll speak to you again in 2 weeks' time. Take care.